Matatiele is what we call a water source area. They make up a fairly small area, about 10% of the land area of the country, but they provide 50% of our water. As a result, pretty much the entire country is extremely dependent on the water out of areas like Matatiele.
The Matatiele landscape is predominantly grassland, which has been degraded over the years, mainly because of the introduction of the wattle into the landscapes. You'll find that most of the streams and rivers are running dry, and it is really difficult for most of the people to find water anywhere.
Wattle is a really big problem because it uses up quite a bit of water, up to 2 million liters per hectare per year. That's all water that should find its way into our rivers, into our springs, into our water cycle.
We want people to realize that you don't just turn on a tap and water comes out. It follows this whole journey from places like this up in the mountains, into the streams, into the dams, and eventually into their pipes. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to protect the water at the source, because that's fundamental to the water security of the country. If you don't do that, then it could jeopardize all the built infrastructure and all the water resources downstream.
What we're trying to do here is basically we're just trying to address the threats to water security imposed by wattle and other alien vegetation.
Coca-Cola has started this Replenish Africa initiative, and their goal is to make sure that every liter of water that they take out of the system through their beverages, they replace it somewhere else in the system.
The goal for the Coke project, as it's set, is to clear 128 hectares of alien invasives.
What happens when wattle takes over these landscapes is it replaces natural grassland, and cattle do not eat wattle. People depend intimately on their cattle. It's a livestock economy, and less land for the livestock to feed on means worse quality livestock, which means that the people start to suffer and their livelihoods start to suffer.
It's important that we integrate livelihoods into the work that we do. What we would really like to see is a healthy Umzimbvu catchment, including school children, the youth, the elderly, and the young mothers that are always at home with their children. The project is employing 50 people in the local community of Nkasela.
When we talk about water security in South Africa, it's not something that's a nice to have. It's something that we have to do if we want to ensure that we have potential for future economic growth, potential to uplift the lives of people in this country. We need to make sure that we look after our water resources.
Kunzima